Hi everyone, my name's Allison. Welcome to my channel, Ancient Oak Psychic Arts. Today I'm going to do a general reading for the sign of Leo. I'm going to go ahead and pull your overall energy, look at any guidance and advice from Spirit, and also look at any opportunities or challenges that you have coming in so you can use that to your advantage. And just a reminder, this is a general reading, so please take what resonates and leave the rest. I gotta say, I am trying to do this in a hotel room. You can see a different background. I'm in New Zealand right now, and the lighting's not cooperating, so I apologize for the glare on my glasses. Just ignore it, close your eyes, and just, I don't know, go with it, or just put up with it. I'm having to put up with it. It's incredibly annoying. I'll never wear contacts. That's not me, and I want something on my eye. So we have the lovely glare of the glasses. So here we go. All right, so this is for Leo. It's good for all placements of Leo. And I have cleansed, shuffled, and meditated, and I've asked for the strongest energy to come through in the cards for Leo. I'm just going to turn this that way. Is that better? That's a little better. Maybe this is just going to have to go over here. All right, we're just going to go with that. Okay, so again, this is good for all placements of Leo. And then stick around for the end. I'm going to have some announcements. Okay. So, what does the universe want to tell Leo today? We have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Sun card, the most positive card in the deck. We have the King of Pentacles. Oh my God. And you know, every tarot reader has their own unique relationship with every single deck. For me as a tarot reader, this is not just the King of Pentacles, it's the Hermit, because that's the Hermit character in this deck, and all four aces. This is like winning the lottery. That's what you just got for your near future. So not only do you have the Sun, then you have the lottery card. So a lot of good things are coming in for you. Okay, let me get the rest of the cards. We have the Three of Swords. We have the Tower. Don't be afraid of the Tower. Then we have the King of Cups. Okay, for your opportunity. We have the Five of Swords for your challenge. We have the Ace of Wands, a gift and blessing from the universe, and a new beginning in fire. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look around the room really quick. I have to move my stuff around. I'm kind of trapped on a really tiny table. Oh my God. Okay, I love this for you. So I'm looking around the room, and we have two major arcanas. We've got the Sun, and right below it is the Tower. Then we also have one ace, and that's going to be the Ace of Wands. The rest are a combination of court cards and minor arcana. So you have this nice mixture of energy coming in for you. So I'm going to go ahead and start with your energy. So let's look at your recent past. We have this beautiful Queen of Pentacles energy. This is you being grounded, stable, secure, very practical, loving, open-hearted. So this is Earth. So this is something that I feel like you're grounding in, that's something that you've worked really hard to attain, whether it's a status, whether it's just having these things around you in the 3D, because remember, it's Earth, it's Pentacles. So we're looking at relationships, whether it's platonic, romantic, having a pet. We're looking at career, work. We're looking at housing, whether it's location, relocation, travel. We are looking at, okay, my alarm's going off. Hold on one second, please. So that's part of travel. Okay, so we're looking at location, relocation, travel. We're looking at you being able to really have these things that are accomplished, or you have these goals that you're striving to. It's also education. It's your finances. It's your health. You know, we're looking at everything in the 3D, and those are just samples. Remember, there's a lot more than that. But you're really enjoying this. I think you know your worth and value. You know your worth and value, or the worth and value of the Pentacle also, which would be any of those situations, because the Pentacle represents the 3D. It can also represent straight up money if that's a money question. But I feel that you're in an excellent position right now. Then your present energy is the Sun. Well, here's some Leo energy right here. This is the Sun. It's the most positive card in the deck. This is really saying to me that you have a lot of successes that you're striving for, and you're elevating yourself. So for me, this is you literally walking through that portal with optimism, with a very positive outlook on life. making connections. So that would, for me in relationships, that's you making positive friendships, making positive romantic relationships if you're not already in a committed relationship. This is really beautiful. This is also telling me that you're finding a lot of success in what it is that you're doing right now. You're following your heart. You're very enthusiastic about some things, but again, stressing that you have a lot of successes coming in. Maybe you're following your heart with career, friendship, hobbies, whatever it might be, but you're in an excellent position. And that's a carryover into this next card, the King of Pentacles, the Hermit, and all four aces. This is really talking about you striving for your idealized life. So I think that you have something in mind, you have something that you're on target for, and now this is your energy. And now it's about you having the execution of all of these things. So this is you living your idealized life. And what I like about this is that, you know, it's really grounding. You've got the Queen and the King of Pentacles. So they can both be a little materialistic, and that's not a bad thing. You know, you want to have a nice home, you want a decent car, you know, you want an education, you know, whatever it is in the 3D, there's nothing wrong with that. This is you striving for your version of your idealized life. And again, both of these cards are talking about being grounded, stable, secure, very practical, liking structure, going for your idealized version of life. So, and they both know their worth and value. And I think that that's something that's really important. I think by you stepping into your power that way, it's allowing you to really enjoy the ride. You're enjoying the direction you're going in. You're enjoying the hard work to get there. And the hard work that you've already put in is paying off. And that is giving more fuel to the fire for you to keep striving. Because when you start to see that payout, you know, it's like you're being rewarded for all that hard work, effort, energy, time, maybe even money that you've invested. And then there's the payoff. It's like working out. You don't see the results right away. Maybe it takes 8 weeks, you know, maybe 2 months, beyond that, whatever it's going to be, to start to see just the initial change. And then when that happens, it's very motivating, but you just have to have faith that you're doing the right thing and that these changes are coming, even if you don't see them right away. And I think that that's something that you've gone through. I'm going to pull clarifiers now. So if this sounds like something you're going through, then this is your reading, because you guys know I can't read for everybody all the time. These messages come through and they're meant for certain people to hear it. Okay. All right. So let's get those clarifiers. We've got the Six of Pentacles. We've got the Seven of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords. We've got the Strength card. You've shown up in a position of strength and power in your own reading. We already have the Sun, and now we have the Strength card. Leo, Leo, Leo. This is you stepping into your power right now, and I'll elaborate when we get there. Along with the Lovers card. Oh my God, how beautiful. This is my favorite card in the deck. Okay, it's that Gemini energy. All right, so here we go. We're looking at this beautiful Queen of Pentacles, and she's being clarified by the Six of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords. So here you're striving for your idealized life, but you're loving it. You're really enjoying your position right now. But guess what? The universe has even more coming in for you. Be open to receive. This is telling me that even more things are coming in for you. Be open, and by you being grounded and stable, it's allowing you to remain open, your feet on the ground, and using common sense. So I'm not seeing that maybe your imagination or any type of projection is causing you to see a different type of reality. What I mean is, like, maybe sometimes people get fooled, like they want something so bad and they ignore facts. They ignore the 3D. They just think, no, if I just want it so bad, it's going to happen, as opposed to looking at maybe red flags or anything that's coming up. But for me, the universe is telling you, you know what, be open to receive, because it's wide open for you right now. You are a magnet right now to be attracting these things in the 3D. I'm not getting at this point that it's so much spiritual stuff. I'm getting that it's going to be more things in the 3D, more kind of materialistic. For example, let's say you needed a student loan because you're a student. Be open to receive it. Do the groundwork. You know, you have to do the work. Okay, you just don't sit passively back and let things happen. Like we all know, you have to actually do something. And that's the kind of energy that's here. It's bringing you back into this form of balance. It's about you being really strategic about what it is that you're going to do with this Seven of Swords. It's about you really putting the time in, looking at all the facts, all the details, and making the right decision for yourself. It's something about strategy that's coming in your recent past. So this could be maybe the connections you're making, timing in events, maybe it's coming down to execution. Whatever it is for you, you're being very strategic about it, and that is an advantage for you to really make things happen. Because again, we've got the Sun card in your present energy, the most positive card in the deck, being clarified by the Four of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. So this Four of Pentacles is really talking about you having a strong foundation. It's saying that if you have a blockage, because again, Pentacles, this whole reading seems to be about Earth for you this time, that this is about you having a strong foundation, being grounded, stable, secure. And if you think you have a blockage with finances, I'm getting that this is a finance thing for this particular card, that if you're having a blockage, this is about you kind of letting go a little bit. Like, for example, let's say you have a lot of money and you're afraid of losing it. You're holding on so tight. Well, that is repelling you from having financial gain coming your way because you're holding on too tight. You need to get in that flow, that mind, body, soul type flow where you're that magnet attracting it, because that Sun card says you are a magnet. But when this comes up, this tells me that maybe you're afraid of finances. You're afraid of losing what you have. Maybe you're afraid of not having enough. Maybe you're on the other end of the spectrum. But it creates that type of blockage. You see, he's in that fixed form, holding it. You need to be able to move that, it's like a chakra block. Move it and get into the flow and watch you become that magnet. And with this Eight of Swords, this is that self-imposed restriction, which tells me, maybe you're pinching yourself saying this is too good to be true. Maybe you're over-processing your thoughts on some of these issues, and that is causing you to maybe create a blockage. You're overthinking is what's happening, and that could be the source of that blockage. So when you get in that flow, this will release it, because this is also a card that says you only see one way of doing things or one way out if you feel trapped or stuck. And if that's the case, then you really need to relax, right? Maybe you're over processing, and so when you relax, then you'll see more ways out. You'll see more ways of doing things. You'll see other options, because right now this tells me that you can't. And so you have that Sun card, but it's like your inner self is like maybe holding you back a little bit. You're questioning it. Is this really right for me? Is this real? This is too good to be true. And usually when things are too good to be true, they actually are. But you're looking at a strong foundation. And I think whether you already have it or that's what you're striving to attain, you're over processing in your head. So that's you just taking a step back and grounding yourself, because this is a big Earth reading. Just ground yourself, and then again, look at the facts, use your logic, your analysis to look at the situation. And I think when you look at facts, that's going to alleviate a lot of nervous type energy and a lot of anxiety. Now, if the analysis leads to something that's not necessarily pleasant, that can also lead to anxiety. But at the end of the day, you have the facts, and that is where you start from. You have your facts, and then you build from there, and you see what direction you want to go in, because you're using logic, you're using analysis to see what is the best option for you. So you're taking all this information in and you're connecting dots. That's your present energy. Now we're looking at your near future, and that is going to be this King of Pentacles, the Hermit, and all four aces. And I just realized I meant to talk about the Hermit. So this song always tells me that you have enlightenment that comes in with this King of Pentacles. So again, with that Sun, you have enlightenment, and now with this card, you have enlightenment, and both are really positive. This is you striving for your idealized life. So maybe you've had some dark nights of the soul. Maybe you've gone within to see what it is that you really want, what resonates with you. And then, of course, all four aces. So let me say that. Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands, and Ace of Pentacles. So with that Ace of Swords, you have that triumphant breakthrough and clarity. So that is a potential for you to get out of your head, because you're getting that clarity. for better or worse, it doesn't matter. You're getting clarity. I think it's for the better because these cards are really positive. But even if it's challenging news, you still use that as truth to help you make the right choices for you, right? So you have that triumphant breakthrough and clarity. You have these aha moments, these epiphanies on your situation. You're finally able to really see it. And that's a new beginning, which allows you to make the right choices for you. Then we have that Ace of Cups, and that's part of that flow. You being in the flow, right? Because all aces are gifts and blessings from the universe, and they're new beginnings. So you might have a new beginning in being in love, being more tapped into your emotions, tapped into your intuition and trusting your intuition, tapped into your connection to source with this Ace of Cups. And once that happens, watch, you're a magnet, your vibration rises, your trust in your intuition rises, and that allows you to use not only the earth element, which is what a lot of this reading is, and of course the swords, but it's allowing you to really step into your heart with that new beginning. Feel it. Does it feel right to you? Trust your intuition. If it doesn't, then why? If it does, great. Why? You still want to know the why, because you want to use this as a learning experience for you. That way you get smarter as you go on in life, and you trust your intuition, and you want to learn these life lessons or maybe see patterns. So that would be the Ace of Cups. And it could be, I just want to say this too, it could be you just getting that beautiful connection to source. Maybe you stepped away for a while, and this is you kind of coming back to center to have that established connection. Then we have the Ace of Wands. Again, a gift and blessing from the universe, with out with the old, in with the new. It's a passionate new beginning. Wow. Well, in with the new, everything here is really positive. You've got that Sun card and then this King of Pentacles and of course the Queen of Pentacles, but it's all positive that's coming in for you. Again, it seems like it's based in the material world this time. And so that's going to be everything that's going on around you. That Ace of Wands could be a passionate beginning, starting your own business, meeting new people, taking charge of your health or your finances. This could be education, housing, location, travel. I mean, like I said, everything in the 3D. It's that new beginning, but you're enthusiastic about it. Just like the Sun card, you're enthusiastic about it. So that Ace of Wands you can consider here twice, because here it's in the challenge position, because that King of Pentacles is 4 aces. Well, here's your 5th ace. So far this reading has 5 aces, and I'm not even done pulling clarifiers. Then we have the final ace for this king, and that's the Ace of Pentacles, which is this king's ace, because he's the King of Pentacles. So the Ace of Pentacles is traditionally a golden opportunity. It's giving you something in the 3D. So let's say you wanted to start your own business. It's presenting you with an opportunity. Maybe it's presenting you with connections, ideas, knowledge, financing. Some opportunity comes in to help you get on your way to starting a new business. Maybe it's a relationship. You meet someone. Maybe you wanted to expand your soul tribe, people that are resonating at the same level you are. You meet a person, or it's a romantic relationship. You meet someone that's kind of ticking off all the boxes, and you're just kind of taking that time to enjoy the moment. Maybe it is going to be travel, retirement. Again, anything in the 3D, it's there for you. So that is something that's coming in. And usually when that golden opportunity presents, there might be little ones attached to it. It's not just one thing. You never narrow yourself to that. You just be open, right? Open to receive and watch what the universe presents. Okay, so that King of Pentacles is being clarified by the Strength card and the Lovers card. So 2 major arcanas, big ones, and one of them is you. So that puts you at this reading in a position of strength and power. So let's start with this. So Leo, this is you. This is you taming that inner beast. This is that self-discipline so that you can go after the idealized life that you want to go after in whatever form. This is you tapping into your inner strength and really tapping into it with a compassionate heart and love. This is not anything aggressive. This is just really disciplined, you taming that inner beast. So I feel that that's allowing you to stay on track, because if you don't have discipline, it's really hard for you to create something in your life because you're pulled in different directions. You can't stay focused or on track, but that discipline really helps you focus on something that you want to bring in. Then we have the Lovers card. So whatever it is in alignment for you, hitting all your morals, your ethics, your values. This is something that is really meant for you, whether it's going to be a job or a career, whether it's a relationship, like friendship, like platonic or a romantic relationship. If you are already with a person that is your soulmate in a romantic relationship, maybe this is you taking it to the next level. Whatever it is for you, this is something that's being divinely blessed. And you can see the angel there, being divinely blessed by God. And it's something that is allowing you to achieve whatever it is that you want. So let's say you've been asking for a soulmate. Well, maybe people are starting to come into your life that are contenders. You know, maybe you've just met 5 different people and now you're getting to know them, you know, slow and steady kind of thing. You're getting to know them to see who is the right person for you, who's compatible with you, right? And you're keeping your eyes open, you're open to receive. You know, you wait until you see any red flags, or is there someone that you resonate more with? You know, you're just kind of open and going with the flow on this. Maybe it's a career. Maybe you're seeing different options in a job market that maybe there's a narrow area that you want to go in, and suddenly maybe some startups just came up. Maybe some openings came up in a company that you never thought there would be an opening because everyone wants to work there and they love it. It's that kind of thing. You're starting to really see things open up for you. That is your current energy. Now we're going to go ahead and look at the guidance and advice from Spirit. I have 3 cards for that. I have the 3 of Swords, the Tower, and the King of Cups. Oh, so beautiful. So what we have first off is the 3 of Swords. This is Spirit saying whatever you have lost that really hurt you, it's time for you to heal your heart. You know, this is an excellent opportunity for you to start that healing. And I think it's because you have so much positivity coming in that now it's allowing you to say, you know what, it's okay. I had those losses. I had that grieving that was able to take place, and it's okay. I now see a bigger plan. I had to let something go to see something bigger, better, and more beautiful coming into my life. Sometimes when you're in that moment, in fact, most of the time, you don't see what the universe has in store for you until it is upon you. And I think right now it is upon you according to your energy. So some healing can come in for you right now. And the Tower, this is you releasing what no longer serves you. Maybe you're releasing some emotional baggage. Maybe you are releasing people, places, things, ideas, old versions of you. Maybe it's the language you choose to describe yourself and the world around you. And now you're able to make some changes and start these releases from coming in. Now you guys know I welcome the Tower. If something is not working for me, oh my God, I want it gone. Because if I can't see it, then that means that I'm in it, I'm blinded by something, and I'm a psychic. But if that ever happens, I do want it released. Right? And then that creates space. And when you have a void created, but let's say you release, let's say it's a divorce. You release a divorce, right? You're releasing, you're tied to that person, you're cutting that cord. It's a chapter of your life, you know, that was your other half. And now you are alone and you're restoring yourself back until maybe you meet somebody else or you're just taking a break, right? So that person's now, it's a voided space. So, and that's a long period of time because a divorce, you know, it happens with a separation and then the whole procedure. So it is a long period of time. But when you have that separation take place, you want to replace it with love. You replace it with something more positive, something upbeat, but definitely love. You don't want to replace it with something negative. So, and if it's a divorce, you don't want to replace it with sorrow, grieving, anything like that. You're going to be going through that, but you don't bring that into that space. If you understand what I'm saying, you want to replace it with love. Even if you're still grieving, you still give yourself self-love and self-care, and you try your best to go ahead and shoot for that positive aspect of your life. Because with that Sun card, it's right there. You just have to keep going, right? Of course you are, but that's what you need to do. But you're doing it with, I feel in that example, you're overcoming your heart. And I say that because of the 3 of Swords. This is some type of a loss, whether it's the loss of a loved one through a death, a divorce, a breakup, a job that didn't work out, 401k investments that didn't work out. You know, maybe you had your retirement invested and the market took a tumble and some things happened. And it's like you need to recover from that to keep moving forward. Then the 3rd card is the King of Cups. Again, staying in that loving vibration. This is a very intuitive king. In fact, he's the most intuitive of all the kings. He's tapped into his heart, his emotions, his intuition, and his connection to source. He's able to go below the surface of things and really get to the heart of the matter. He has still waters, or his emotions run deep, right? So he's very much grounded in his emotions, and he doesn't let anything get in the way. He doesn't have, well, he has clarity. Maybe that's a better way of putting it. He definitely has clarity on the emotions. And that is something that's coming in for you. I feel that, Spirit is saying that because it's a king, that this is something where you're being very mature at heart. So you're using that intellect with your emotions and your intuition, and trusting your intuition from a very mature standpoint, which is, again, allowing you to make some really smart choices for yourself. Let's get some clarifiers. I'm in my pajamas today. All right. When I started these videos, it was like 4 a.m. New Zealand time. Okay, so we've got the Seven of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Eight of Cups. We have the Two of Cups. We have the Ace of Swords and the Judgment card. Okay, Leo, heavy cards coming in for you. So with this Three of Swords energy, it's being clarified by 2 sevens, Seven of Wands and Seven of Pentacles. So for me, with this loss and time for you to heal yourself, it's you standing your ground in who you are right here, right now. You learned that life lesson, and you don't want to go back there if you can avoid it. So this is you putting up some healthy boundaries, but you're defending your position. I think you have a lot of convictions about something, like the direction you want to go in and the type of person maybe you want to go in that direction with, especially if it's a relationship issue. And this is you also not settling. And I like that, because the Eight of Cups is here too, which also talks about not settling. I'll show you that in a minute. But this is you being at a crossroads and deciding what direction you're going to take your life in. You're looking at everything. See, more Earth, this Pentacle. You're looking at every aspect of your life to see what direction you want to go in. I feel like you're making some big life changes. It's not just, switching jobs and it's no big deal, or, moving and it's no big deal. And I think all of it is a big deal for you this time. There's some big sweeping changes coming in, and you're really looking at it, and you're in it to win it kind of energy that's coming in. You're not backing down. You're looking at these changes. You're ready for these changes to come in. And that's the Tower, right? This is the universe coming in and releasing what no longer serves you. And it's being clarified by the Eight of Cups and the Two of Cups. So we've got your emotions here. We're looking at emotions, love. We're looking at your intuition, your connection to source. And this is really telling me that you're not fully happy. You're not fully satisfied in your emotions. So this is the Eight of Cups. The 9 goes right there. He is walking away to pursue his passion. He wants emotional satisfaction, and then that would be the 9, and then you get to the 10, and that's happy, joyful family, whatever your version of family is. Again, another card of you not settling, right? And then this really is you not settling either, because you're taking that analysis and what is happening in your life. So this is you really pursuing your passion. And I think with that Tower moment, with that type of release that goes on, it allows you to see clearly. It's a revelation that comes in when these things are released. And now you're really pursuing your heart. There's something that you want. You're looking for new, because this is the 2. You're willing to walk away to get to it, but you're looking for something new. Something that's more in alignment for you. Now, this could be a relationship or a career. It could even be you having a truce with your inner self. Especially if you're gaslighting yourself, which is what you could be doing right here, over processing in your head. Maybe this is you, for those of you that are doing that, having a truce with yourself. Stop doing that and look at things rationally, or just question things. It's a different interaction with yourself. That could be part of this process that's coming in. Then we have this King of Cups, the King of Love. And he's being clarified by the Ace of Swords and the Judgment card. This is literally a gift and blessing from the universe and a new beginning, actually a triumphant new beginning. So it's big. This is you having clarity, having this epiphany, these aha moments, and it brings in this triumphant victory. So if you are trying to see things clearly in your life, it's definitely coming in. We've got the Strength card, the Lovers card, the Sun card, that Tower moment. It's a huge revelation when that happens. When these releases go on, you're like, wow, it's a big aha moment. You know, like maybe you wanted something so bad, the universe releases it, and then it takes a minute and you go, oh, I see, that wasn't meant for me. Something else is in alignment for me, but I wanted that so bad, but I couldn't stop looking at it, but yet it's not meant for you. So a new beginning and clarity coming in. And I love it with the Judgment card. This is a heavy card. It's the 20 in the Major Arcana. The 21 is the World card, which is the last card of the Major Arcana. You start with the 0, which is the Fool, and you go on this life journey, and then this is the culmination. Now, this is about a lot of revelations, okay, in this reading for you. You've got the Tower and the Judgment card. These two cards are talking about some radical revelations. You're being called out of your old life in the coffin into your new life outside by this angel. This could also be your higher self, right? But you are being asked to take a compassionate review of your past. Who are you up until this moment in time? Right? You're gaining these life lessons. So these are sample questions, but you're asking yourself things like, who am I right here, right now? Am I happy? What makes me happy? Right? How are your finances? How is your health? How is your soul tribe and your connection to them? How's your relationship with your family? What's your strength of character? What's your weakness of character? What's your philosophy now? Have you taken on new information and maybe that's changed a little bit? What direction do you want to go in your life? You know, and these are just sample questions, right? But you're taking all of that into consideration. And as you look back at your life, you're looking for any patterns. Let's say you had some relationships that didn't work out. Relationships are easy. That's why I keep using them. And did you ignore red flags? Maybe it was a job. Maybe you were laid off, or, you know, you were fired, or it's just maybe a job that's not working out right now that you're currently in. Did you ignore red flags? Is there something going on that you're just letting go? You know, or maybe you're in a really good job right now or a really good relationship. Look at that. Does the other person feel the same way? Is it going in the right direction? Are you taking it to the next level? And there's no right or wrong answer. This is just you gaining this insight, because the key is when you have these revelations, these are going to be the knowledge and wisdom of these life lessons that you take with you as you circle back to the Fool and you begin the next chapter in your life. Remember, this is the culmination, and then the World. And then you walk through that portal. It's a transitionary card of the World back to the Fool. But you want to take knowledge and wisdom with you. Otherwise, if you don't see it, you're going to be repeating things again. So that's why you want to take this time to have this assessment. And you've got this card also having you take stock in your life and assessment. So that's the guidance and advice from Spirit. Really take a look at your life right now and look at some of these revelations and epiphanies that have come in for you, and start seeing what is it that you want to do to become more emotionally satisfied in any aspect of your life. That's the guidance and advice from Spirit. Now we're going to look at your opportunity and your challenge. So your opportunity is the 5 of Swords. So you have an opportunity to avoid some obstacles that are coming in. So you can see how big the obstacles are. He's holding a tree in his hand. That's how big he is. And he's got human bones in his beard. So this is the kind of obstacle that when it hits you, it basically runs you over. And it's a lot bigger than you. So when that big obstacle comes your way, step aside, let it pass. Don't get run over by it, because it'll take you a long time to recover from something that's coming your way. Now, this is the Suit of Swords, so we're looking at thoughts, words, and ideas, which means it could be something that's intellectually coming your way. It could be like a lawsuit. It could be maybe something that you're taking on at work or in the political arena or whatever it is. But whatever it is, it's going to be too big for you. Now, you have an opportunity to avoid disaster, is what this is telling me. This could be words people are choosing, or words you choose to describe other people, places, things, ideas. And that for you to avoid that obstacle, you are avoiding disaster. And again, that could be a person in your life, a person at work, it could be a family member, a friend. When you're avoiding that, you benefit from it because you don't want to get hurt. Then your challenge is the Ace of Wands. Now, is your challenge impossible? No. The challenge just means you have to work a little harder at it to achieve it. And when you do, it's incredibly rewarding. So your challenge is the Ace of Wands, a gift and blessing from the universe and a new beginning. This Ace of Wands is that passionate new beginning. It is out with the old, in with the new. Now it's in the challenge position, so let's find out why. That just means that there could be a blockage or something that is preventing you from doing that, which could be maybe your focus is elsewhere, right? So let's go ahead and take a look, because right now you've got those 4 aces, the ace of swords, that makes it 5 aces, and then this ace of wands is your 6th ace. That's a lot. So let's go ahead and take a look. So we've got the Hierophant, the 6 of wands, we've got the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles, who's now here twice. That was the very first card I pulled in this reading. I'll show you in a minute. Okay, so we've got this 5 of Swords being clarified by the Hierophant and the 6 of Wands. So this is just telling me that while you've got something coming in that is a big obstacle, it's a good opportunity for you to be grounded. Your blessings are coming in. Step aside and watch the blessings come in. That tells me if you get hit by this obstacle and you're hurt, you might miss the blessings because you're too busy recovering from it. But this is telling me that, you know, you have a lot coming in. You might even be getting, if you're tapped into your intuition, you might even be getting some divine downloads, and your intuition kicks in and tells you to step aside. You know, it could be that you are trusting your intuition on that, because that's the priest, and he's the intermediary between spirit and earth. And then we also have this 6 of Wands. This is victory and success after a struggle. So, you know, just because you avoid the obstacle doesn't mean there might not be a little bit of fallout, or you had to work hard to avoid the obstacle. Either way, this is you having that victory and success after that kind of struggle. So after that obstacle comes in and you avoid it, right? You can take on obstacles. I'm talking about some that are so big and overwhelming that there's no way you could win. And it's something that you set yourself up for disaster. That's the kind of big obstacle I'm talking about. Okay, that is your opportunity, is to see something coming and step aside. And that brings you victory and success. It's kind of like choosing self-love instead of like letting something hurt you and destroy you because you don't love yourself enough to say no. It's that kind of energy. Then we have this beautiful Ace of Wands for your challenge, and it's being clarified by 2 queens, the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. So we've got this Queen of Swords. Her head is above the clouds, so she has clarity, and that is a key in this reading right now. There's something about that because a lot of the signs are getting that right now in the last week. Clarity is key, and there's something about you really being able to see it. Now remember, she's facing towards your future. Her back is to the past. So this is really allowing you to see ahead. And that's what this whole reading has been, your energy and the guidance and advice from Spirit. So you're able to see those revelations when they come in with the Tower and the Judgment card. You have clarity. You are able to look ahead now. So I think you are taking all that knowledge and wisdom with you from that Judgment card, asking those big questions. And now you're looking towards your future with clarity. I think you're learning from it because this is the sword of truth, right? This is you thinking about it, but from a very mature standpoint towards your new beginning. And then we've got the Queen of Pentacles. I'm going to show you. Same card, different deck, both queens. This is the first card I pulled in the tarot for you. So here she is again. And like I said, this is you knowing your worth and value, right? So this is you knowing your worth and value, and step aside if something that is too big for you to take on comes your way, because you have abundance and prosperity and love and open-heartedness, and you know your worth and value. You're very practical, grounded, and structured. And if you're that practical, you know not to take something on if you're not going to win. That's suicide, right? That kind of thing. So this is you really tapping into your Queen of Pentacles type spirit with clarity. And that is how you get to that passionate new beginning and that out with the old, in with the new, because you have the Tower and that Ace of Wands, which is really here twice because it's with that King of Pentacles. So a lot of beautiful new things coming in for you. So we have, that is your opportunity. That's your challenge. It's there for everybody, but not everybody grabs it, yet it is available. All right, Leo, if you could, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And leave a comment if this resonates with you. And definitely leave a comment and let me know where in the world you're watching from. You know I'm traveling. I'm currently in New Zealand, and I'm headed to Australia next before I head back home. and I can't wait. Wonderful people here. I've met so many fantastic people. It's just lovely. It all started even on the plane. I met some wonderful people. So there's that. And then also what to tell you. Oh, go to my website, ancientoakpsychicarts.com. The links are in the description below. And there you can sign up for my free newsletter. It's at the bottom of every single page. And you can also see what upcoming classes are coming and any travel announcements. So like I said, I'm currently in New Zealand, Australia. If you would like a personal reading, go to my website, look at my rates, and then fill out the contact form and let me know. I did not do a newsletter about that because I did not have time, and I had so many people reach out to me that I really didn't need to put it in a newsletter. So if you would like to meet, either by Zoom or in person, if you're in one of the cities I'm going to, then definitely reach out to me. But look at my rates first. I will be in Queenstown, New Zealand on their Sunday. I'm only there for one day. And then I will be in Christchurch on, I think it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I believe. I fly out to Byron Bay. I'll be there for about 3 or 4 days. I can't remember off the top of my head. Then I am flying to Tasmania, and I will be there until June 4th. And then I'll be in Melbourne the 4th, 5th, and I fly out the 6th in the afternoon. Really tight turnaround because there's so much to see. Australia is huge, and New Zealand has the North and the South Island to see. I can only do so much. This is just a whirlwind trip for when I come back at a much later date. I'll focus on just one area next time, just New Zealand or just Australia, something like that. But this time I wanted to get the big picture. So definitely, if you would like a reading, reach out to me. Again, when you're on my site, you can already go ahead and book a personal reading with me for when I get back, and missing person consultation. And what else to say? Oh, go to the Learning Center. If you don't know, I have a 16-week manifestation masterclass that begins June 1st. I'm really proud of this class. I am a master manifester. I had my first business at 13 and a half. I'm about to be 59 in a couple of months. I have been doing this for a very, very long time. If this is something that you're interested in learning, how to manifest in a person, place, thing, a lifestyle, a career, whatever it is for you, these are the techniques that you use across the board. I do it all the time, and it's like magic. Things appear, but you have to understand what it is that you're doing, because you can manifest good things in and bad things in. I've done both, practicing, and you will too, but this is about you understanding the difference so you can focus on that. So definitely sign up for the class. It starts again June 1st, and let's see what else to tell you. You can also go to the Learning Center. Oh, I do private lessons, one-on-one tarot, manifestation, raising your vibration. I also have affiliates on there. You can go to the Allison's Picks section and check that out. And then what else to tell you? I think that's it. Oh, I go live twice a week, of course. I go live on Tuesdays and Thursdays where I answer your questions. On Tuesdays, it is 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and on Thursdays it's in the morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And again, I answer your questions. People submit in advance or live. If it's in advance, it's PayPal, Venmo, Stripe. If it is live, it's PayPal, Venmo, Stripe, and Super Chat. Just know the Super Chat is a little more expensive because YouTube takes 40%. I love YouTube, but that's just what they do. So that's why there's a price difference. Again, you will find all of that information in the description below. All right, everybody, I'm sending you lots of love. Oh, and because I'm not doing the lives, I got to say this. I'm not doing the lives while I'm in New Zealand and Australia. Hit the notification bell for the next time I go live so that you know. I'm going to be doing it the following Tuesday after I get back, and I think it's the 10th. All right, everybody, sending you lots of love. Bye for now.